All right, so let's talk about this nonsense about the Project 2025. So we have the usual suspects that are out there that are whitewashing it. The Democrats and the liberals are exaggerating and acting like it's a big deal. I saw Sabby Sabs talking about, there's some of this stuff they're already doing already, as if that matters. So there's this whole plan, 900-page plan, and because there's some things in that 900 page that have already been done, that means this 900-page plan is not a big deal, like the logic, right? And you got other people. I think Tim Black also was one that's kind of downplaying it. It's not a big deal, these liberals. I'm sure Jimmy Dore has made some, I can't even bear to watch his stuff anymore, but I'm sure he's made some videos saying it's not a big deal. All right, let me completely crush that. It is absolutely a very big deal, and the proof of that is in the fact that Trump believes it's a very big deal, right? So if you want to protect Trump and talk about it's not a big deal, people just going after him unfairly, Trump doesn't agree with you. Trump himself believes it's an extreme plan. Trump describes it as extreme. He describes it as a plan that came from some really, really far right people, and there's some really wacky, just extreme stuff in there. And
the other side's going around trying to make me sound extreme, like I'm an extremist. I'm not. I'm a person with great common sense. I'm not an extremist at all. Like some on the right, severe right, came up with this Project 25, and I don't even know. I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very conservative, just like you have. They're sort of the opposite of the radical left, okay? You have the radical left and you have the radical right, and they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is, it's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things, and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it. But what they do is misinformation and disinformation.
Number one, you can't say it's not extreme because he's saying it. Number two, it's so extreme that he doesn't want to be associated with it. He's pretending to not know about it. He's saying, I don't know about it. I never heard about this thing. But the reality is, his name is mentioned in that thing 300 times. They're putting my tiller in the back. And of course, it looks like it's gonna rain, actually.
Warning, speed limit decrease ahead to 30 miles per hour.
All right, let's do some basic logic here. For the people whitewashing Project 2025, you can't say it's not a big deal when Trump himself is saying it's a big deal. He's saying it's extreme. It's from these far-right radicals, right? That's what Trump is saying. That's not a liberal talking point. That is the way Trump is describing it himself. Trump is also showing you how extreme it is by the fact that he's afraid of it, right? He wants you to think he doesn't know anything about it, but if he doesn't know anything about it, how does he know it's extreme, right? So obviously he knows about it, right? That's the only way he can know it's extreme. So why lie, right? If the people whitewashing it are telling the truth, if it's really not that big of a deal, then why wouldn't Trump be exposing the media for, exaggerating this thing and making it seem like it's a crazy thing, right? Why wouldn't he call them out and say, listen, this is the same stuff that we have. It's the Republican agenda. It's just normal stuff. It's common sense policies. We got to seal up the border. We got to stop all of these wars, whatever it is, right? If it's no big deal, right, then why wouldn't he call out the media? Why instead is he lying, obviously lying? Again, if you don't know what it is, how do you know it's crazy? If you know it's crazy, then you do know what it is. So if you know what it is and it's crazy, then why is it that you're lying and pretending like you don't know about it, right? Beyond that, the Heritage Foundation has been doing stuff like this for a long time, right? Several Republican administrations have followed a lot of stuff off of the Heritage Foundation playbook, right? Donald Trump himself, I believe, did 60% of what was in their playbook the last time. The difference here is they have gone extreme. Trump's words, not mine, right? One of the most extreme things about Project 2025 is they want to replace a lot of these, career professionals that have been in the government that are, cross administration. So they've served under Republicans, they've served under Democrats, right? They want to replace those with essentially sycophants, right? They want to replace them with people who will be loyal to Donald Trump. So here's the deal. Let's say that the media has been completely lying about Donald Trump and he's a good guy, he actually loves the country and all this kind of stuff. Even if you accept that as the truth, right? Donald Trump's a good guy, right? it's still very dangerous because Donald Trump, after all, is human. I would not want Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. I wouldn't want any president to have so much power, just one guy having so much power. I would not want this great country to be at the mercy of anyone, right? Let alone someone like Trump who has a track record of lying, right? He's a little bit of a shady guy, but let's put that aside. Even if he was a good guy, you know, if you're a real patriot and you really love this country and you look upon the founding fathers as brilliant and they had a great model for the country and you love the Constitution, if that is how you feel, then you should also be radically opposed to what Project 2025 proposes, right? And you shouldn't be of the mindset that, you know, Trump's not going to do it because he's done this stuff before. He's done their agenda before. And why wouldn't he, right? Following this agenda gives him a tremendous amount of power. You mean to tell me, even if you think Trump's a good guy, he wouldn't want more power? I mean, because even look at him as from a positive standpoint, if he had more power, he could get more stuff done, right? So if you really believe that he's really trying to secure the border and he's really trying to do all this kind of stuff, well, Project 2025 would allow him to do that stuff more effectively and faster, right? Break down a lot of the guardrails so he could just, you know, lock up the border and this and that and deport whatever. And there wouldn't be much people to, you know, get in his way, right? So it's logical for you to expect that he's going to want this power. So that means he's definitely going to follow this plan as best as he can. And again, this goes in contrast to what the founding fathers wanted for this country, right? You may delude yourself and say, well, they couldn't have expected that things would be as bad as they are today and blah, blah, blah. Stop playing games, man. Stop playing games. We don't want no politician. There's nobody right now that I would want as an American, as a singular person, to have that much power. President has enough power as it is, right? As we found out. So let's stop playing games. Project 2025 per Trump is extreme. It's so extreme that he's hiding from it. So maybe, just maybe, whether you're a right-winger or left-winger, maybe you should also be concerned about a potential extreme plan that Trump is very well, most likely going to try to get done. That's going to put him as one man in having a tremendous amount of power that we've never seen before in this country. I think conservatives should be the biggest ones against Project 2025 because conservatives really embrace our traditional values and our history, our heritage, ironically. So Project 2025 is a deviation from that. You are restructuring this country and changing it into a different country. So conservatives fight against changing the country, right? Liberals and progressives want to change this country in different ways. Conservatives say, no, we want to make it great again. We want it to be back the way it was before. Well, before, the president didn't have this much power. So the biggest people fighting against Project 2025 should be conservatives that have integrity and really love this country and are not just a bunch of tribalists just going along with whatever their tribe is doing. A true conservative would be very, very afraid of what Donald Trump is most likely going to do if he gets elected again, which is putting in place this Project 2025, which, if our founding fathers ever saw this, what would they say? Nothing good. Nothing good indeed.
This is the Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.